Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Tactics Ogre Reborn, which is set to release onto both the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation consoles, and on PC via Steam on November 11th. And today not only are we going to be checking out a brand new set of features that are going to be added into this brand new remastering of the game, but also we're going to be checking out a couple of brand new screenshots showcasing a couple of new areas and a couple of brand new characters. More importantly, we also get a brand new look at the elemental lords that are being added into this game and the way that they are being completely reworked from the original title. Now, all of this information is coming to us directly from Square Enix as they sent out a presser to Japanese media. I happen to have already signed up for that, so I'm thankful to be able to get some of these details and the screenshots as well. So I'm certainly going to be doing a lot of translating from the official material that they went ahead and provided us with. So in some of the screenshots that you should be seeing right now, you should be seeing some combat engagements, some discussions, which is all in Japanese. But interestingly enough, they started to talk about the tarot cards and the character cards as well. Essentially, the tarot cards were originally used for fortune telling in the game, but they are now going to be closely related to the Tactics Ogre engagements, as each one of the characters is going to have a representation in one way or another. So you should be seeing those cycle through the screen right now. They also mentioned that there will be 22 major arcanas. They only showcase about 3 of them right there in the images that we got, but essentially there are going to be more available in the game, and each one of the characters is specifically tied to one of these arcanas. The more battle engagements they have with each other and the more synchronized they are arcana wise, the better they're going to be able to perform in combat. Now, specifically when it comes to the elemental lords, they mentioned that there's going to be 8 different attributes: fire, water, wind, earth, darkness, light, thunder, and ice. And each one of them are also specifically tied to these aforementioned arcana as well. Elements are directly tied to each one of the characters by the denim. This is like the overlord, and by combining unit elements, major attributes for weapon and attributes can also be distinguished. So for example, if you have a fire elemental wizard using a fire attribute magic attack, then they're going to be like raising their attack value and they're going to be able to do massive fire damage. So that's basically one of the ways that they kind of want you to mess around with different elemental attributes to be able to make the best use of a bad situation. Now, they did provide a little bit of a blurb for each one of the elemental lords, which you should have been already seeing on the screen. I'm not really going to translate that. It's just a lot to go over, so I'm probably going to let other people go ahead and handle that, since there is more information regarding not only the story, but also the multiple endings that you have available in the game. They mentioned that this is a multi-purpose story with multiple endings being directly tied based on the choices that you make. The story will progress from the perspective of the main character, as the fate of the people around them and the history of Valeria itself changes depending on the decisions you make. Characters who are divided into different allies or enemies. Based on some of your decisions, they could end up being your ally or your enemy. It really is up to you how you choose to develop the story. When it comes to units and classes, they mention, and in this game, the main character Denim will lead his very own knights, members who belong of the Knights Order, as they are basically called as units and different classes, which each one of them are going to represent different abilities. You can train and strengthen each one of the characters mainly by defeating the enemies in battles. Winning and purchasing equipment at the store and learning new magic skills will become available as you progress. This is kind of obvious. They also mentioned things like you'll increase your intelligence on your wizards if you want to like do higher attack. Berserkers will be increasing their strength. Knights will want to increase their vitality, and basically you have the option to be able to do some of those things, but they don't necessarily go into full detail if you can actually allocate points based on how it is that you want to go about it. When it comes to the battle system, they also touch upon the fact that whenever you're about to enter the world engagement, you're going to see the world map, and a battle will pretty much start out right away. You have the option to be able to place your units pretty much right on the field right away, and this works in not necessarily a turn-based format, since there is a WT, a waiting turn or wait turn period that is consumed based on the character's weight, the class, and the actions and the weapons that are equipped to each one of the characters. So it's not necessarily class limited. It's going to be based on multiple criteria, whichever way you have your character set up. Presumably, if they have like a heavy shield and a big heavy weapon to attack with, most likely they're going to take a little bit longer to attack. They also, at the bottom of their little email, they mentioned that once again units will be leveling up individually. this is one of the biggest key factors that they want to make sure people to understand, that is going to be a differentiator to many games of this genre as of late, where many of them focus on leveling units altogether, but not this time around. So that's pretty much all the information they provided us with, and more importantly, the brand new wave of screenshots as they spoke about the elemental lords. They don't necessarily mention that if the lords are actually going to be like fightable bosses or like interactable in any way, shape, or form. They certainly have their illustrations, but they did not necessarily showcase them in any of the aforementioned images. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if that's something of a little bit of a secret that they're holding out for, and they're just teasing them as of right now. But that's all the information that I have for you guys today. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.